Hey, hey, what's up, guys? This is Ninja. Oh no, Ninja, and it's morning time, so I gotta keep it down. So I apologize if I'm too quiet. But basically, I just wanted to make a video, and real quick, it's about. Oops, I don't know why it does that. It's about this. Okay. What happens when you paint your roof white? Okay. Now, sometimes this chick, it's a VT dot physics. So first and foremost, VT, I'm guessing is like Veritasium or something, and physics implies physics, but I'm just telling you that she's probably, um, like most places, um, she was taken under the wing of some major corporation, so now she is no longer independent. She is now with somebody else, and she's independent but under their wing, right? So she makes a check for herself, but through them. You know what I mean? So, anyways, what I wanted to say was I was watching this video, and all of the shit she was saying was basically boring and horse shit. And literally at the very beginning, I think was where she said what was important.
If you painted your roof white, would it actually help to keep your home cooler in the summer? A Yale article claims
That's basically it. Would it help? And she should answer just yes or no. And the only reason why this question is in the air is because would it lower the temperature, right? That's what we want to know. Obviously, it will do something, right? And the problem is in the video, she goes on and she does an experiment, but it's like, let me read you my comments that I wrote. That were too fucking. No, actually, well, I'll do. Go here for a moment. This is what I wrote. This video was dumb and a waste of time because what she did is an experiment that is like point zero 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 point zero quite a while 1% of the scale they were talking about, right? So will that what she's doing lower the temperature? Fuck no. But is what we're talking about. Will that lower the temperature? I don't know. That's the question, right? And that was the point. Okay. And everybody knows that white reflects heat. So this whole basically experiment, gotta click read more. This whole basically experiment is just an excuse to make a video because you basically ran out of ideas, it seems, and you just try to make it bigger than you need to. Right. That's literally all this is. Okay. That's why she made it. Okay. Because this is stupid. Like I said, I watched up till like a minute.
that if cities replace dark roofs with white ones, it could lower heat wave temperatures by more than 2 degrees Celsius. That's a pretty bold claim. So I want to see if it actually holds up.
I don't see how you're gonna see, especially because what she does is she's painting something in front of her white. And all you're doing in that experiment is showing that white doesn't get hot like black does. And we don't need to see that done. And that's the whole point, the whole premise of this video. You can say whatever the hell kind of hatred or bullshit or propaganda or misleading people or lying or trying to. I know what I'm talking about, and I know that what I'm saying, and I know that this is all horseshit, and nothing here matters because it's obvious. Like literally, it's obvious, right? And there, I will say there are bots, and they're trying to steer the population, right? And it's working, sadly. That's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to control minds, and that's an experiment, an idea. And they're trying to show this as really good, and like this is really good because it's like, look at how white it reflects more heat than black, but it doesn't go beyond that. And that's kind of my point. It makes you feel good, it makes you happy, and it makes you live life, but it makes you a fucking moron because it doesn't expand your mind. And that's what people need. They need knowledge, and then they need to further expand their mind with the said knowledge. Not just be curious, hey, I wonder what happens if you put air underwater. Oh, it makes bubbles. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Like, and do you have anything to say about it? Like, what the fuck are you doing? So, basically, yes, white reduces heat. Your experiment is done. You're drawing on a piece of paper or something, you're painting it white to show whatever, blah, blah, blah. But what I wanted to tell people, this is a theory I have. I don't know. I had a theory about global warming. Someone told me that there was a famous scientist who had also an experiment about global warming, and they explained the science behind it exactly the same. And I was like, and he was like, so I don't know why the hell you're making this video. This is stupid. And I was like, that's cool because I don't know who the hell you're talking about. And for us to have the same fucking thought and for us to have come to the same conclusion, that means that he came from path 7 and I'm coming from path D, and we made our way through the truths and through the system, and we both ended up at the same place. That must mean that we're both right. So we should be rewarded for making our journey. But they want to hate. They want to fucking, oh, it's being done. Who cares? How it's stupid. It's not like my friend used to be like, oh, that's not funny. And I was like, what's not funny? And they're like, your joke's not funny. I was like, why is my joke not funny? I thought it was pretty funny. It's because that's not what they said. I'm like, I know that's not what they said. I expanded. And like, oh, in that case, it's kind of funny. I'm like, are you that stupid? Like, holy shit. Like, you exist to the point where unless it was a copy pasta, it won't fit no matter what it is, even if it's good or fresh or original. Like, this is biased. I don't like bias, right? And worlds around me have been ruined, and my life has been ruined because of bias. Because I'm not your son, you treated me poorly, and your son sucks because you treated him poorly. You had favoritism and they ran with it and they took it, and you let them do whatever they wanted to do, and you ruined your son because you wanted to put the stuff that you should have put on your kid, you put on me instead because you thought, I'm going to get even with that person's son and treat that kid and be like a Congress for that kid. I'm going to ruin his dreams. And all you did is made my dreams sharper, right? That's what happened. And so eventually, my dreams cut to the bone. His dreams didn't do shit. Who do you think went farther? Exactly. That's my point. She wanted to give her son everything, and she cursed her son because of it. That's why we have Congress, not progress. Because they're trying to find the loopholes and the errors in your approach, and then one is undeniable, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Right? That's how it works, and that's why the system's all fucked up today. And like all pissed off, oh, I want this, I want this. And the Republicans are saying, the Democrats are saying no. And it's like, no, we're saying no because on page 7 it says, fuck Democrats, we're going to take all of their stuff, by the way. We're not going to do that. That's what happens, right? So, anyways, what I wanted to say, and this is the reason I brought this video up, was this is what you should have done, and because you didn't, I'm going to do it for you. And so I am going to assert myself here, and it's assert a theory I have rather, And the reason why white reflects heat and black does not is because white is what happens when you put all energy and all colors into one space, right? And black isn't a color. Black is an absence of a color. So saying, "Oh, you gotta mix black in there," no, that's you being stupid. Okay, because no one in the in the rainbow there isn't a black. You're dumb. Black is an absence of color. That's why it gets heated and hot, because all of that color finds a position. It's like, oh, I can sit right here. Ah, yeah. Whereas on a white surface, the heat's like, hey, there's nowhere for me to sit. And so it reflects and goes somewhere else. That is my theory, right? It's kind of like your receptacle, like the receptors in your body, right? I know, like with opium and whatnot, like you have like it creates these chemicals in your body, endorphins and whatnot that are not you naturally have them, right? But I bring up opium because everyone and their mom does opium or some form of opium. They sniff, they snort, they scratch their face, their arms, their eyes, their ears, their legs, right? If you look at them, you'll see it. Like, and that's why Trump's like, "Hey, what's going on?" That's what's going on. As they're clearly drugged up, they're drugged out, they're fucking gone, dude. Um, Tucker, I was a Parker get a job, like clearly on opiates. Destiny, clearly on uppers. Um, Most people in Congress, clearly on uppers. Like, it's rare to see when they're like, oh, normally they're fucking wired. Like, it's because they're fucking. Anyways, so point again, I'm trying to say is that the reason why white does not heat up is because the white reflects the heat, basically, and the black absorbs it, right? And I think what's it called? That's what happens like in Africa. Skin is a little bit different, basically. Um, you want black skin in Africa because what's called the heat and like the white you'll get burned, whereas the black, like the whole point, I don't know, there's something about it. That's actually a very interesting topic. I would say, like, if I were you, I would explore why it is that white is so reflective of heat, except for when in skin. Why is it the opposite in skin? Why is it that you want black for heat on skin, but you want white for heat on buildings, right? Why is that the case? There's something going on there. There's something to be known there. There is a chemical or there is something going on there. That's very curious, very interesting to me because white is all colors. We know because that's what the sun is, right? It's all the colors. Just boom. And um, it hits the surface and absorbs into the surface, except for on like paintings it reflects, but skin it does not. I guess that's the difference is the molecular chemical difference is your skin absorbs it no matter what. And my assumption is because your skin absorbs it no matter what, the melatonin blocks the heat, whereas the lack of melatonin absorbs the heat. That's my guess. But anyways, that's me calling you out, VT Physics, with your 1.1 million subs. They're probably bots and fake bullshit, and um, again trying to lead the world off of a cliff by making them stupid and making them short-sighted and a short topic and feel good emotion. Red and blue, no white, no white, just red or blue, right? That's all it is. But again, I live in old America. It's red, white, and blue, and the white is curiosity. It's where you can say the word nigger or faggot or cunt and have no meaning behind it, and you take no offense. And I mean no offense, and you take no offense, because they're just words, and we're just saying them to say them, because in order to talk, an idea must exist. In order for that idea to exist, we have to have that discussion. If we're afraid to have that discussion, then we can't have it. And eventually, we're going to have white supremacists and Nazis enslaving black people that are N words and trying to fuck over women because they're fucking C words. You know what I'm saying? We can't have them we can't have them defining the words. We see what happens when idiots define what intelligence should. Anyways, I'm not be well. Be happy, be safe, peace. Don't let the Lord hit you where the Lord split you. Praise Allah, praise the Yevon, the Final Fantasy X God, and peace. Oh, by the way, I mean no offense by any of this. I would still have a drink with you. Like if you ever want to down an orange juice with me, let me know. I'm there. Um, I'll drink with you VT physics, and orange juice 100%. Um, but it's just you're talking about petty shit, and I don't like that. So, anyways, peace.